Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Sara, and today's podcast title is How to Sound More Natural in English Conversations. Buckle up, because we're about to take your everyday chat from ordinary to extraordinary.
Hi folks, I'm John. I'm super excited to join you today. We're going to explore some expressions that will have you speaking like a pro and having a blast doing it.
Let's kick things off with one of my favorites, piece of cake. John, ever had one of those days where you thought a task was going to be a beast, only to realize later it was just a piece of cake?
Oh, absolutely. It's like expecting a marathon and ending up on a breezy stroll. And speaking of breezy, whenever someone's about to perform or take on a challenge, we say, break a leg. It's a quirky way to wish them luck without jinxing their vibe.
Right. And sometimes when the mood's a bit off, you can say you're feeling under the weather. It's a gentle, almost cozy way to admit you're not firing on all cylinders.
Totally. And if you're dying to share a secret, you might just spill the beans. It's playful and instantly invites someone into your little world of secrets.
Now let's talk about those moments when someone nails it, literally. When they get something exactly right, you can say they hit the nail on the head. It's our way of celebrating that spot-on insight.
And when you're in a conversation and want to get straight to the juicy bits, you can always cut to the chase. No one has time for endless chatter, right?
Absolutely, life's too short for beating around the bush. But speaking of life, sometimes things don't go as planned, and you find yourself in hot water. It's a fun, almost cartoonish way to describe being in trouble.
True. And then there are those magical moments that happen once in a blue moon. When something rare and amazing occurs, you know it's time to celebrate.
Now, let's mix it up a bit. When a decision is on the horizon, and it's your turn to act, we say, the ball is in your court. It's like passing the baton in a fun game of conversation.
And sometimes what seems like a setback can actually turn out to be a blessing in disguise. I mean, who wouldn't love a silver lining when life throws a curveball?
Speaking of hustle, ever found yourself burning the midnight oil? Whether it's cramming for an exam or finishing a project, those late-night sessions become part of our personal legends.
And on the flip side, some things in life are a dime a dozen. Not everything is a rare gem. Sometimes it's just everyday stuff.
Okay, here's a funny one. You know when you accidentally reveal a secret? Yup, you've just let the cat out of the bag. And trust me, once that cat's out, it's hard to put it back.
Ha! And if you're ever chasing the wrong idea or suspecting someone wrongly, you might be barking up the wrong tree. It's our humorous way of saying, hey, try another angle.
Now, let's talk about expenses, because who hasn't experienced that? When something costs a fortune, we say it costs an arm and a leg. No one wants to literally lose a limb for a fancy gadget.
Right. And after all that hard work, when it's time to relax, you simply call it a day. There's no shame in knowing when to put the tools down and enjoy a break.
You know, sometimes we get all worked up over little mishaps. But there's an old saying, don't cry over spilled milk. It's our friendly reminder to not sweat the small stuff.
Exactly. And if you ever feel a bit disorganized or need to pull yourself together, it's time to get your act together. A little focus goes a long way.
Before we wrap up our chat, let's add some playful twists. When someone is joking with you or teasing in a light-hearted way, they might be pulling your leg. It's all in good fun and shows that laughter is a universal language.
And here's one that always makes me smile. Speak of the devil. You're talking about someone and poof, they show up. It's like the universe has a quirky sense of humor.
Wow, John, what a roller coaster of expressions. Each of these phrases isn't just a string of words. They're vibrant little stories that add color to our everyday conversations. It's amazing how a few words can transform a simple chat into something memorable and fun.
Totally, Sarah. It's like having a secret toolkit for every situation. Whether you're navigating daily challenges, celebrating victories, or just having a laugh with friends, These expressions can make your conversation sparkle.
To all our listeners out there, try sprinkling these phrases into your conversations. Practice with your friends, family, or even in front of the mirror if you have to. The more you use them, the more naturally they'll roll off your tongue. And remember, every conversation is a chance to learn something new.
And don't be afraid to mix it up. Use these phrases in unexpected ways, experiment with timing, and most importantly, have fun with it. Language is an adventure, and every expression is a new path to explore.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed our fun, engaging discussion as much as we did. A big thanks to you, John, for being such a lively co-host.
Thanks, Sarah, and thanks to everyone listening. Remember, whether life seems tough or easy as pie, there's always a phrase for every moment.
Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and let your words light up every conversation. This is Sara, signing off from Learn 20 Must-Know English Phrases for Daily Life. Have a fantastic day, everyone.
Keep practicing, keep improving. See you in the next lesson. Subscribe for more.